Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
The latest scandal surrounding Diddy has everyone talking, and it's not just about his music career. His recent arrest has made headlines, with the allegations against him becoming increasingly serious. Speculation is growing that Diddy could expose a scandal that may rock Hollywood to its core, reminiscent of the infamous Jeffrey Epstein case. This time, the fallout could implicate some of the biggest names in entertainment. Notably, Joe Rogan has suggested that Diddy might be on the verge of revealing shocking truths that could take down an entire roster of elites. So what's really happening? And why is this situation generating so much buzz?
Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
Diddy is currently facing a barrage of legal issues, from long-standing civil cases to serious federal charges, indicating a troubling spiral for someone who once seemed untouchable in the music and business realms. What's particularly shocking to the industry are whispers suggesting that he might not be going down alone. Rumors are circulating that Diddy could potentially flip the script and implicate other powerful Hollywood elites involved in similar activities. If this occurs, it could set off a chain reaction, unveiling hidden secrets throughout the entertainment world. The stakes are high, and many are watching closely to see how this situation unfolds.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell.
This is where Joe Rogan enters the conversation. Known for his podcast that tackles major news stories, Rogan recently suggested that Diddy might cooperate with federal authorities to save himself. In a recent episode, he compared Diddy's situation to the infamous downfall of Jeffrey Epstein, highlighting how Epstein's arrest left many questioning the elite network surrounding him. Rogan pointed out that Diddy is facing serious charges and has everything to lose, which raises the possibility that he might start naming names to lessen his own sentence. This speculation has everyone on edge, as Rogan proposed that Diddy could potentially sing to federal investigators, revealing the identities of other Hollywood heavyweights involved in illegal activities. The implications of such revelations could send shockwaves through the entertainment industry.
We're tracking music mogul Sean Diddy Combs on suicide watch at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after two judges denied his request for bail. This as a grand jury is expected to hear new testimony from sex workers very soon.
So why is the FBI so interested in Diddy right now? It's not just about a few isolated incidents. The charges against him are extensive and reveal a troubling pattern of behavior. Federal prosecutors allege that Diddy has been involved in a wide range of serious activities, including racketeering, trafficking, and transportation for illicit purposes. These massive charges imply that Diddy's empire was built not just on music and business deals, but on something far more sinister. The scope of these allegations has drawn significant attention from law enforcement and the media alike.
So you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
One of the most shocking aspects of the indictment involves Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. According to the allegations, these wild events lasted for days and were designed to exploit those involved. They weren't your typical Hollywood gatherings. The indictment claims many were meticulously orchestrated, with Diddy leveraging his wealth and influence to control and manipulate attendees. The FBI's investigation has been extensive, with agents raiding Diddy's properties in Los Angeles and Miami, seizing a vast amount of evidence, terabytes of data, hundreds of subpoenas, and devices filled with incriminating material. This isn't just about a few allegations. It appears to be a carefully constructed operation that has spanned years, if not decades.
With very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras throughout his home.
What's even more intriguing is that federal authorities appear to be building a case that extends beyond Diddy himself. The sheer volume of evidence seized suggests they're investigating connections that could link other powerful figures in the entertainment industry to the same network of exploitation. Rumors are circulating that many in Hollywood are feeling anxious, wondering if their own involvement might soon be exposed as part of this unfolding scandal. The implications could be widespread and potentially damaging for numerous elites.
Clearly, there is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
Rogan's podcast has played a significant role in amplifying these suspicions, drawing parallels between Diddy's situation and the Epstein case, where a network of influential people was implicated, yet many evaded consequences. Rogan suggested that the pressure Diddy is facing might lead him to cooperate with authorities in a way Epstein never did. In essence, Diddy could be willing to bring others down with him to secure a lighter sentence. This notion, the potential for a massive Hollywood expose, has everyone buzzing, as it raises the stakes for numerous elites who may be implicated in Diddy's alleged activities.
Of course, there's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers.
The connections Diddy has built over the years are extensive, making him a major player in both the music and film industries. He's rubbed shoulders with countless celebrities, politicians, and business leaders. If Diddy decides to cooperate, the ripple effect could be monumental. Some names already circulating in rumors are shocking. For instance, Prince Harry has been mentioned, not due to any allegations against him, but because of his connections to people in Diddy's circle. Additionally, Clive Davis, the legendary music executive and one of Diddy's biggest mentors, could also find himself in jeopardy. If Diddy talks, these individuals and many others could end up in the crosshairs of a federal investigation.
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
Right now, there's rampant speculation about who might be implicated if Diddy starts cooperating. The entertainment industry is full of powerful figures who have long enjoyed immunity from legal consequences due to their wealth and connections. However, Diddy's situation feels like a tipping point. If the FBI is serious about cracking down on these activities, he could be the one to finally expose Hollywood's darkest secrets. The pressing question remains, how many others will be brought down alongside him?
Thing that you're looking at, they're all tied in together. Every part, as crazy as this seems, as outrageous as it seems, it all ties in, every bit.
The scale of Diddy's alleged crimes has sparked speculation about how far the investigation will extend. Some believe the evidence collected in those raids could implicate dozens of individuals, from industry insiders to politicians and even royalty. The notion that Diddy has been part of such a far-reaching operation seems almost unbelievable, but emerging details suggest there may be truth to it. As has often been the case in other scandals, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, raising concerns about who else might be caught in this web.
Housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
But how did things escalate to this point? It's evident that the federal government is serious about this investigation, having built their case for months. In March, agents raided Diddy's homes, seizing phones, computers, and other devices that could provide evidence of his alleged misconduct. The indictment outlines a pattern of behavior spanning years, with allegations that Diddy and his associates used their power and influence to control others. This isn't merely a case of misconduct. The FBI believes it's a full-blown operation involving numerous high-profile individuals, raising serious questions about the extent of the allegations.
That's not the issue. The issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
What's particularly intriguing is the timing of the raids and Diddy's arrest. The federal government doesn't undertake these investigations lightly, and their aggressive actions suggest they believe there's much more to this case than just Diddy's actions. They're likely examining a broader network of individuals involved, and the evidence collected could begin implicating others in the coming weeks and months, potentially revealing even deeper connections within the entertainment industry.
To be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous, and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold, austere facility.
This is where the comparison to the Epstein case becomes even more compelling. Similar to Epstein, there's a genuine possibility that Diddy's downfall could trigger a domino effect, revealing more names as investigators explore his connections. Epstein's case left many questioning how numerous powerful figures evaded scrutiny, but Diddy's situation might change that. If Rogan is correct and Diddy chooses to cooperate with authorities, this could be the pivotal moment when some of Hollywood's most untouchable figures are finally exposed.
Evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these sexual performances that have been.
Rogan emphasized that this situation isn't solely about Diddy. It's about a system that has long protected powerful individuals. In his podcast, he noted that when scandals like this emerge, they often represent just the tip of the iceberg, with a much larger story hidden beneath the surface. This time, the FBI appears determined to uncover the entire truth. If that happens, we could see numerous big names dragged into court, facing scrutiny over their involvement in Diddy's activities. Given the stakes, there's every reason to believe Diddy will cooperate if it means avoiding a lifetime behind bars, potentially leading to significant revelations about the entertainment industry.
One of them says that they had an interaction with Diddy in 2014, and they are willing to tell the feds what they know about that interaction.
Jeremy Saland, a criminal defense attorney, weighing in.
Now, let's discuss the charges themselves. Diddy is facing some of the most serious accusations imaginable, with the federal indictment including charges that could land him in prison for decades. These allegations extend beyond simple misconduct, claiming that Diddy orchestrated a sophisticated operation aimed at exploiting others. According to prosecutors, there's a mountain of evidence supporting these claims. The raids on his properties yielded terabytes of data, and investigators have been meticulously combing through hundreds of electronic devices. The scale of this investigation indicates that authorities are bracing for a long legal battle, confident they have enough evidence to make the charges stick.
In a solitary part of the jail, because they don't, he becomes a target because it's like what we've been.
One of the more disturbing allegations involves Diddy's manipulation of those around him, using his influence to control them. The indictment claims he wielded power in ways that enabled him to orchestrate events without anyone questioning his actions. This behavior mirrors what we saw in the Epstein case, where a powerful figure used his connections and resources to facilitate a network of inappropriate activities while keeping others in line. If these allegations are true, it would mean that Diddy's influence extended beyond creating hit records and building a business empire. It was about leveraging that power to cover up actions that could potentially implicate an entire network of influential individuals.
At 5, the legal troubles continue for Sean Diddy Combs tonight after a judge ordered the music mogul to pay $100 million to a Michigan man who says that he was sexually assaulted by Combs in '97.
According to court documents, Derek Cardello Smith says Combs drugged and then assaulted him during an after party at a Holiday Inn in Detroit. But Combs never responded to the lawsuit in court.
It's not just the FBI pursuing Diddy. He's also facing a wave of civil lawsuits that have been piling up in recent months. This all began with Cassie, his former partner, who made explosive allegations about their relationship, accusing Diddy of manipulating and mistreating her for years. Her lawsuit opened the floodgates for others to share similar stories, leading to a growing number of claims against him. These civil lawsuits are unfolding alongside the criminal case, intensifying the sense that the walls are closing in around Diddy as the scrutiny intensifies.
I posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy.
Yikes.
She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle
Diddy's
of
legal troubles have already begun to impact his business ventures. Shortly after news of his arrest broke, several of his enterprises took a hit. Revolt, the media company he founded, has distanced itself from him, and his partnership with a charter school in Harlem was abruptly terminated. Even a reality show he was developing for Hulu has been scrapped. It appears that many are trying to distance themselves from Diddy amid the scandal, and the fallout could intensify if more names are implicated in the unfolding drama.
Basically what that means is the money that they're saying Diddy has to start paying this guy on October 1st, right. Diddy's team is like, hold on, we need an emergency conversation about why this should not have been granted. And they awarded him a TRO, which basically meant that Diddy's team was not allowed to sell any property in that state or anything related to what could be used to pay the plaintiff.
As the case against Diddy progresses, all eyes are on the FBI. Will they be able to prove the allegations? More importantly, will Diddy choose to cooperate to save himself? If he does, it could lead to one of the biggest scandals Hollywood has ever seen. The stakes couldn't be higher for Diddy as his legal troubles intensify. However, the investigation reveals that he is far from the only one under scrutiny. His high-profile connections within the music and entertainment industries are being examined like never before, with the names of powerful figures whispered behind the scenes. It's not just Diddy's actions raising eyebrows. The individuals who have supported and enabled him for years are also coming under question. Could some of the most influential figures in entertainment find themselves caught up in this web of controversy? It seems Diddy's downfall might just be the beginning of a much larger reckoning within the industry.
I remember, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside.
Let's start with Clive Davis, a music industry legend who played a pivotal role in Diddy's rise to fame. Not just any record executive, Davis is a 5-time Grammy Award winner who has shaped the careers of superstars like Whitney Houston and Alicia Keys. However, behind the scenes, rumors have been swirling about his relationship with Diddy, leading some to question whether Davis knew more about Diddy's questionable activities over the years. For years, Davis mentored Diddy, helping him establish Bad Boy Records and guiding him through rough patches in his career. Yet insiders suggest that Davis may have done more than just mentor him. He may have helped protect him. Jaguar Wright, a singer known for her outspoken nature, has claimed that Davis was instrumental in shaping Diddy's career, but not always in a positive way. She suggested that Davis guided Diddy into circles that may have influenced his darker behaviors and turned a blind eye when things began to go wrong. Wright even implied that Davis could have played a role in enabling some of Diddy's alleged misconduct, helping him navigate the industry while covering up the darker sides of his personality. According to Wright, Davis is one of the reasons Diddy is who he is today. This dynamic raises serious questions. Did Davis know about the activities now coming to light? Was he aware of the rumors surrounding Diddy's notorious parties and allegations of inappropriate behavior? If so, why didn't he intervene? Some believe that as one of the most powerful men in music, Davis might have had the influence to protect Diddy from the consequences of his actions, ensuring that his prodigy's bad behavior remained under the radar for years. Of course, Davis himself has remained silent on these accusations, refusing to comment publicly on Diddy's legal troubles. Yet in the world of celebrity gossip, silence can often speak louder than words. It's not just Clive Davis who has been pulled into this mess. Another industry heavyweight is Jermaine Dupri, who has stood by Diddy's side for years. Dupri, who founded So So Def Recordings and helped launch the careers of artists like Usher and Bow Wow, shares a long-standing friendship with Diddy that dates back decades. The two were frequently seen partying together, dominating the charts in the 90s and early 2000s. Now, as Diddy's legal woes escalate, Dupri has been one of the few to publicly defend him, raising further questions about what he knows and how deep this web of connections truly goes.
This is in the matter of Derek Lee Cardello Smith, MDOC number 267009 versus Sean Combs, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, also known as Sean P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, Bad Boy Records, label owner, founder.
Dupri's defense of Diddy has raised eyebrows, especially as many in the industry have distanced themselves following the allegations. Dupri has remained loyal, downplaying the seriousness of the situation. He referred to the recent federal raids on Diddy's properties as unnecessary and suggested that the entire issue has been blown out of proportion. To Dupri, it's just another case of a wealthy celebrity being targeted due to his success. Nothing's going to come from this, he said in a recent interview. They're making the big deal out of nothing. Diddy is not the first guy to face accusations like this, and he won't be the last.
Clients describe MDC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been.
Some might view Dupri's words as those of a loyal friend standing by Diddy in his time of need, but others wonder if there's more to the story. Could Dupri's public defense of Diddy be an attempt to protect himself? After all, Dupri was a regular at Diddy's infamous parties and has been closely associated with him for years. If Diddy starts talking, Who knows how far the fallout could spread? There's already speculation that Dupree, like many of Diddy's friends and associates, may have had a front-row seat to some of the activities now under investigation. Regardless of whether Dupree knew the full extent of what was happening, his dismissive attitude toward the charges could end up hurting him in the long run.
This could bring unwanted attention from other inmates and be a threat to Diddy.
What we've been told by a former warden is he's a target. That's the fact of the matter, and that's why they have him in a solid.
What's even more telling is the silence from other big names in the industry. Dr. Dre, another legendary producer who has worked closely with Diddy, has remained suspiciously quiet since the news of Diddy's arrest broke. Dre and Diddy have shared a close friendship over the years, collaborating on various projects and celebrating milestones together. However, as the scandal grows, Dre has opted to keep his distance, refusing to comment or offer public support for his longtime friend. This silence has led some to speculate that Dre, like others in Diddy's circle, might be worried about being implicated in the investigation. Diddy's connections run deep, and if federal investigators are probing his social and professional networks, it's not far-fetched to think that Dre could be dragged into the mess. While there's no direct evidence linking Dre to any of the allegations against Diddy, his decision to stay quiet speaks volumes in an industry where reputation is everything. The last thing Dre wants is to get caught up in a scandal of this magnitude. But Dre isn't the only one keeping his head down. Another key figure in Diddy's rise is Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue. Wintour has long been a gatekeeper of the fashion industry, and her close relationship with Diddy raises interesting questions in light of the current scandal. Diddy has often credited Wintour with helping him break into the fashion world, calling her a mentor and a crucial figure in his success outside of music. Wintour's support for Diddy has been evident. She has featured him in Vogue and invited him to some of the most exclusive events in fashion. However, as allegations against Diddy mount, Wintour has been noticeably absent from the conversation. Like many others in Diddy's world, she has chosen to remain silent, distancing herself from the controversy. Given her influence, this silence has not gone unnoticed, adding to the growing speculation about who else might be implicated as the investigation unfolds.